Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Tech Tuesday as we draw closer and closer to the start of the school year. If this is your first time joining us, my name is Albert Spiegel, and I am the Assistant Principal for Technology and Underclassmen Discipline. We are going to cover just a few things tonight. Nothing, not a lot, but just a few things in terms of technology, and then we'll go over a little bit more of a comprehensive review of everything next week. As well as talk a little bit about e-textbooks. So just a couple of reminders. All the past episodes are on our YouTube channel. So if you've missed anything, you can certainly go on our YouTube channel and check that out. So please go ahead and do that. If you have not submitted ID card pictures, please do that as soon as absolutely possible. If you have, no problem. But if you have not, please make sure you submit a picture so we can get you an ID card on the first day of school. Speaking of which, your first day for freshmen is Thursday, September 5th. We will be sending information home in the coming week, but I figured you want to hear about it first from me. Thursday, September 5th is orientation at 8 o'clock. We start in the gym, and dress code for the day is shirt and tie because you will be having your yearbook pictures taken. We will be sending home a full letter with everything in an email, probably in the coming week. But just to give you a heads up, that's when your first day of school is. On August 30th, we will be releasing your schedules with your teachers and your room assignments. Currently, your course placements are viewable on PowerSchool. But your schedules will be available on the 30th, and then we will talk about at Tech Tuesday next week how to view your schedule so that when you actually, when we make them live, you'll be able to see them, right? If you have not picked up your device already, please make sure you do that this week. The help desk or the IT office is available 8 to 1 tomorrow and Thursday. We are closed on Friday. So we're closed each of the next 2 Fridays, and our hours next week, same thing, 8 to 1. Okay. So a couple other things that I want to go over. Again, nothing crazy. One of the first things you're going to hear about this first now. We are going to use a new mass notification system for school closings, etc. So this, what's on the screen, this QR code and the text number. This is School Messenger, so it's an opt-in program. So if you want to receive emergency notifications from the school, this is how you would do that. You would opt in with your cell phone. We're going to be sending a letter home tomorrow, I'm not sure if it went home already. It might have been sent out already, but we're going to do a test text tomorrow. So if you have not signed up for this, if you haven't seen that letter yet, please make sure you go ahead and do that. This will be our mass notification for emergency closings, for weather, that kind of stuff. So please make sure that you take advantage of that and sign up for that. Certainly you don't have to, but I would suggest that you certainly would want to do that. Just to refresh about your summer assignments, those assignments are due on Monday, September 9th. So freshmen, you have a math assignment and a biology assignment. The reading assignment you will actually work on during the first week of school in English class. However, you do need to make sure you read the book, right? So make sure you read a separate piece. And then, like I said, you're going to work on that during the first week of school. But your math and science assignments are due on Monday, September 9th. I would suggest the best way to submit those is probably to write out the work and then scan it and then submit it to Blackboard. When you go to submit to Blackboard, it's going to look like this. When you sign into Blackboard, you will have 2 classes listed. When you see your under My Classes or under Classes, you will have whatever math you're in for next year, so Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and everybody will have Biology. Right, so you will submit assignments to the appropriate box. So you'll open the class that you are going to submit to. You will click on Summer Reading, which is on the left-hand side. which will then open up there'll be a Dropbox that you can submit to. Click on the summer reading assignment submission and then submit your assignment. As I said, I think the best thing is a scan. I think I said that the last time. Scan your work and save it as a PDF file. And as I also said the last time, if you need any assistance with doing that, or you need your work scanned, certainly come in to school this week or next week, and we'll be happy to help you. The IT office will be happy to help you to do that. All right. So summer reading, again, make sure that it's done. Do not wait till the last minute to do it. It's not a lot of work, but you don't want to wait until the last minute because it counts towards your a grade in your first trimester math class and your science class. So make sure you have that done. If you have not created an Apple ID yet, I understand that Apple gets a little finicky when we try to create a lot of Apple IDs from the same domain. I'm just reading the chat. Yeah, what Apple ended up telling us was that they will not. They really want us to use managed Apple IDs, and at the moment we don't feel that is the best thing to do because it does not give you as the owner of the device a lot of control over your device. So if you want to use a personal ID, that's an Apple ID. That's okay. If you created one with a Bergen email, that's fine too. It is important that you have an Apple ID on there. Just because if your device gets lost, certainly you want to be able to find it. But please keep in mind that things like iMessage, using your devices for personal reasons are really are not appropriate during school. So even if you're using a personal Apple ID, you want to make sure you're not using iMessage or anything with your own ID, right? So, but again, if you need to create an Apple ID, if you don't have one at all, and your Bergen Catholic email doesn't work, you can make one with a personal email address if you have to. Or I also understand you can use an iCloud account and then mirror to your Bergen email. That's great. And maybe Apple can help you. That's great. I know every year they get very finicky about using when we register a lot of Apple IDs from one domain. Submitting a reading assignment. The reading assignment, yes, they are working on in school, but you have to read the book before the first day of class. The math and science are due on the 9th. The reading assignment, they will have an assignment that they will work on the first week, but you have to have the book read prior to the first week of school. Right? I didn't have a lot of content tonight. Tonight was a quick one. If you have questions for me, technology or otherwise, I'd be more than happy to answer them because I don't have anything more until next week when we go over scheduling and e-textbooks. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be certainly happy to take them. I'm also going to, as I'm saying that, I'll drop the slides from tonight in the chat, so you have those. Yes, you can get covers for your iPad and MacBook. I would suggest it. Definitely, especially the iPad, I would get something rugged. Our boys are not known to handle their iPads with care. So I definitely think something rugged, OtterBox, Griffin, something that's rugged. Some prefer the having the separate keyboard. You want to do that, that's fine. The MacBook, same thing. If you want to use, if you want to put a plastic case around it, that's fine too. But you get them on your own. But certainly it doesn't matter. Bookstore is open this week, same as school hours, 8 to 1 tomorrow and Thursday. They are not open on Friday. If you are if you're trying to submit summer work and your Blackboard class is wrong, just email the help desk and they will put you in the correct class. That means you probably had a schedule change after we initially published all those Blackboard pages. Anybody else with questions? Okay. I will the one who just sent me a message, I will go ahead and let me see if I can fix that now while we're speaking. Um, Anybody else have any questions? We will have one more Tech Tuesday next week, and again, I said we will talk about scheduling, um, and we will talk about a couple expectations um, for the following week when we start school. Um, and I think that's pretty much it. Second grade Apple ID. It could not be completed this time. Yeah. I'm sorry. To the 27th. That's my mistake. Let me fix that. It's the 27th. Um, and probably not. Probably, if you're having an issue with the Apple ID, it's probably because if the Bergen email may not work. Like I said, Apple's gotten a lot more finicky about that. So you can use a personal email if you want, or use an iCloud account, and then tie that back to your Bergen email. Does not matter. But unfortunately, they have gotten a little bit particular about Apple IDs. I think the class is fixed now. Thank you. Okay. Yep. You're welcome. Okay. Anybody else have the Naviance account? We did the student accounts. I think we were working on parent accounts. I want to say someone's working on that today, tomorrow. Eventually, you will get if we have your email address on file, you will get an email from Naviance as a parent asking you to register for your Naviance account. But you are certainly nowhere close to being behind the eight ball. There's plenty of time for Naviance. We will only scratch the surface as freshmen this year with it. But I believe when I last spoke with Mrs. Robolino, they were working on that today and tomorrow. Hopefully that should be done. My son is a different class in Blackboard. I emailed this morning. You are not going to be able to see your classes in Blackboard. The only thing you will see is your 2 summer assignments. If you don't see your summer classes, meaning math and science, email the help desk, and I will make sure that they get back to you tomorrow. That'll be the first thing I do when I go in tomorrow morning. So the only thing you'll be able to see right now is a summer reading for math and a summer reading for science. That's it, and I will definitely make sure that anything in the help desk is followed up on tomorrow morning. Anybody else? Well, if nobody else has any questions, Naviance is college and career readiness. So you are, the freshmen won't even look at that, I think, even until spring. I think it's a while before they even go through. We just create their accounts now, but Naviance is college and career readiness. So you've got plenty of time for Naviance. Anybody else? All right. PowerSchool at my password. If you're having an issue with PowerSchool, email the help desk, and they'll be able to walk you through that. You can also come into school tomorrow or Thursday if you want. If you want to get in-person technical help, you can also call Mrs. Robolino in the IT office tomorrow or Thursday. Do parents don't? I mean, we offer every parent. Every parent can have a Blackboard account. Some prefer to use their son's account and look on their son's information. You could use your own account as well. The parent account is a little bit more limited than the student account, but we offer every parent, and we create 2 accounts per student for Blackboard access. Bookstore is open. Yes, it also is open next week. I don't want to say if there's extended hours. I'm not sure, but I would definitely say 8 to 1. And if you call the school tomorrow, whoever answers the phone in the main office will give you a better answer. But I'm almost positive. And yes, the help desk open tomorrow, 8 to 1. Blackboard and Power School. Blackboard will have all your course information. Power School is grade averages, attendance, all of your your homework and that kind of stuff you'll find on Blackboard. And you can absolutely stop in 8 to 1 tomorrow, most definitely. Anybody else? I have a captive audience. All right. Well, thank you. Is there schedule for when mass days will be? We eventually they will show up. We have a Google Calendar that we use. That link will be shared with everybody, and they will appear on there. The first mass will probably be the second or third full week of school. It's the Mass of the Holy Spirit. I don't know the date for that yet, but that's the first one. I would say probably the end of the second week or somewhere in the third week of school. Okay. All right. So, like I said, you don't need to wear a blazer on the first day. It's just a shirt and tie because we'll be taking yearbook pictures. Please make sure I'll put on the discipline hat for a minute. Make sure everybody's properly groomed, hair is appropriate, and all that because you'll be taking your yearbook pictures on the first day. There are no school supplies. There's no list. If teachers have any special needs, they'll let the kids know on the first day. But we don't have school-wide supplies. We don't have a list. Students need to wear a blazer only on mass days. On mass days, it's shirt, tie, and blazer. And notifying parents. We send out emails periodically with updates and information. And we also remind the kids as well about if they have to be in a different dress code for mass. But everything about the first week of school will come out probably in the next week. I know I've seen a rough draft of the letter, so I know it's coming out soon. Okay. Well, again, thank you everybody for coming. Have a good night, and I look forward to seeing you next week. And if you need anything, please stop by the school today or tomorrow, or give us a shout, and we'll be able to help. Good night, everybody.